If you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering, is it possible to beat Sonic Unleashed Day stages without using the analog stick? Well, do I got good news for you. In this video, we're gonna find out. Oh wow, there's no one that's made a video on this idea and the game's been out for 17 years? Damn. Well, I'm taking this idea and twist it into an only daytime stage challenge. Unless you want to see nighttime stages too. If so, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get into the regulations. Starting with the rules. Rule number 1. No touching the analog stick during stages at all. Yes, that's all the rules. And yes, the rules are concerningly short. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's video.
Here we go!
To start off this challenge, we're playing through the tutorial. And if I'm being honest with you, Apollo's Act 1 really helped me go into this challenge. It taught me the basic things, such as that the slide would help us to carry momentum throughout this challenge, that the ground sweep would actually be useful for once, as it could help us to turn Sonic around, although I'm not completely sure how it decides which angle you turn to yet. But on that note, the quick step is also going to be a massive help in this challenge. And during my struggles with this level, I discovered that if you quick step to any side, it adjusts Sonic in the direction that the camera is facing. That is, when we're not in a straight 3D camera angle. And the only way to step momentum up naturally without the boost in this challenge would be to perform M speed. And if you do not know what M speed is in this game, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically when you break the game speed limit for Sonic by combining the slide with the quick step. And oh my, was this useful for this level, as the homing attack would quickly lead us off path, as it did a few times in this level. But nonetheless, this took us a bit of time trying to reach the spring over here, around 2 minutes, but with loads of readjusting, we got it done. And once we defeated the badniks, grabbed the spring, defeated more badniks,
Yo, watch out!
then it became a breeze, as we could use the boost that we saved earlier in this level and the quick step to easily get by the rest of this level. Only took 6 minutes. We don't mind that. Now on to Act 2. In Act 2 we start off by using some M speed to carry our momentum, and doing it again to hit this spring. Then we get to the first 2 robots, but we struggle for a minute with the last one. But eventually, we get the right angle and hit him. We boost our way through the walkway, hit the ground rail and continue on. This level was a cakewalk, to be honest. It was mostly the same, hesitated a bit to jump here, but hit it first time and surprisingly hit this first time too. Everything was good then. I first started this challenge, and it annoys me because I could have avoided that, but nonetheless we continue on. Well, we boost on to the end of the stage where we had to get our angles right for this. After about 30 seconds, we got it right. Act 2 completed in 4.5 minutes. Not too bad. Next up is Missouri. Missouri Act 1 was, well, interesting, to say the least. The start was not so bad, just M speed until we come up here, where I missed the spring and there was no way for me to turn around. I tried my hardest for a bit to do everything, even resorted to spamming every button, but still, I couldn't turn around. So unfortunately, Missouri Day is not possible to complete without the analog stick, which is what I would say if I was lazy and didn't restart the level the second time. The first, yeah. I did the M speed section again. After a bit of struggle at the start, we redirected ourselves into the path again and kept on speeding, and this time hit the spring. But oh my, was there even more struggles to come in this level, unknown to me at the time of course. This 2D section was a breeze, but the 3D section was the opposite. It kept facing me to the side whenever I sidestepped, attempting to reposition myself, so I was forced to use some boost, and after a minute we boost on to the next section, which funny enough, we can just boost and sidestep through, which was helpful. And now on to where I thought the level was gonna end. I tried again, and again, and again, and even again. But I just couldn't seem to smash this fire enemy. But after grinding and not giving up for the sake of the video, you may be able to guess what happened. I heard the glorious homing attack lock-on sound. The first time with me hustling for minutes in this area I heard it. And I smashed the enemy to pieces, bring me up above this area with almost no boost left and a dream. We hit some M speed again throughout this whole section, letting the fences keep us on the track, and then we locked onto the ramp. This 2D section was hard too. I won't lie, I was grinding once again and seeing absolutely zero progress after a good few attempts. I just kept falling down and having to redo this hard jump, and it was draining my boost every single time. And with near to no boost and a dream once again, we did it guys. I then scooted to this speed ramp, swung onto these sticks, and this last speed ramp, it guided me up to complete the level in over 7 minutes. So far we're doing good with this challenge. On to the next waiting challenge, which is Chun-An. Chun-An? I call it Chun-An, I don't know why I'm saying Chun-An. Anyways, let's get into Dragon Road. And oh my, did this level put me through some headaches. I was on this level for a long time. Let me tell you that, a very, very long time. The start of it just plays out as normal. All the whole first section, everything just plays out as normal. You can just boost, sidestep, jump. Boost really helps. Same with M speed. 2D section, very easy. But then once you get to the platforming section, oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. I tried again and 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 again. A total of 27 times. Took me around half an hour, more than half an hour, to complete this one section. And I was hustling and bustling. That's not even a word, I'm just making up new words over this now. Eventually I got past the start. Even you'd think that since it's spinning under Sonic's feet, that when you jump and Sonic's not moving in his jump, that you'd be able to just land on it easily, but no, that's not the case. I was trying this for a very, very long time, but I slowly went up layer by layer by layer. When I saw the homing attack, I knew that I just had to shoot it. Now, I didn't hit the spring first time, which really stopped my heart, but then I realized I landed right beside the spring, so I could continue on. And at this point, it's been very long, so I even had to stop and check that I was recording still, to make sure that you guys can actually see that I legitimately did this with no analog stick. After that, we hit the grind rail water section. I was on 1 life at this point. I was scraping between 1 and 2 lives at this point, and I was scared. I'll be honest, I was very scared. Eventually we did get through the water part with loads of sidestepping and boosting. And on to the next part. I died here once, ran up the dragon. At this point I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to complete the level, let's go. I was smiling, I was seeing the stairs. But no, it wasn't all smiles and stairs. I got to this top layer that I was hoping that I could make a jump across and send it. But then as I got closer, I realized the platform is too tall for me to hold and attack onto. So after me spending about 2 minutes lining myself up to make that jump, I had to go back and try to hit the other platform. And I didn't succeed. I went back to the bottom. So I tried to get back up again. That led to a game over, which leads me to this voice over here, which I'm recording straight after. Defeat. So unfortunately, you cannot complete Dragon Road without moving. The vid had to go on. And now on to the next level, which is Spagonia Rooftop Run. But before we travel to the roofs, let's indulge in a bit of spending, shall we? I need to buy lives after that. So I went down to the shop and damn, to my surprise it didn't sell lives. So I ran to the rooftop anyways, without the analog sticks, of course. I hit M speed at the stair, thought I was going to take damage here, but I didn't. I continued on with the boost, really carrying me very easily throughout this. I M speeded into this rail which carried me on track, sidestepped through the iconic section while boosting and not being stingy, because I didn't want to have to struggle here if I smacked into the wall, to be honest. Initially I was thinking this section was going to be pretty hard, but nah, I got through it pretty easily actually. Hit some more M speed, which is actually pretty fun to do, and believe it or not, before this challenge I never really used it, but now I'm loving it and abusing it, but we don't talk about that. I encountered this glitch which unfortunately lost us a life, ending our hopes of an S rank, but nonetheless this level got done in 5 and was honestly pretty refreshing to do after Dragon Road, and really fun. Took my mind off all that time and grinding I had to do in Dragon Road. Now let's make our way to the ice in Holoska. And this level I died not once but twice. I started off by doing M speed per usual. I tried to stomp on the trigger to open the door, but nothing. I even tried to glitch my way through, but nothing once again. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that Cool Edge Day is not possible without the analog stick, which is really disappointing too. But at this point my goal for the challenge was to keep the count on the 3 levels that are impossible to do. But I'll just have to see at the end what number that ends up being. I came to this one enthusiastically, thinking that I was going to get completed with no analog stick. Although I died 3 times at the start from struggling to get past this bend, but the 3rd time is the charm. I got down here and was stuck temporarily, but I repositioned myself to get back on track. Coming to Market Square, where I missed the shortcut, so I had to keep sidestepping and floor sweeping. But we get there in the end, and hit the dash pad, successfully do the QTE, and nail this 2D section, ending in a light speed dash of rings, boost through the tight pillars, afterwards traversing the edges of the landscape. Had a bit of a problem here with turning around, but we turned in the end. Now here you have to hit a quick maneuver, sliding, then jumping onto the wall. I narrowly made this beetle bounce and hit the ground rail, to where I messed up. I got stuck in the pillars of doom. I died a few times before deciding to restart and skipping the whole section, this time with a boost over. Definitely not from a tutorial. And this is where I knew that I had the level completed. The section got done with a tiny bit of errors, but nonetheless we wall run again, sidestep our way through here and finish the level in just over 5. Now onto Empire City Skyscraper Scamper. That's a mouthful to say. I am speed down the slope to start off with, bonked my head out of this corner, but sidestepped and killed 2 enemies but died. And this part would quickly become a problem with the analog stick. I knew I could do it though, so I kept on trying. This is where I realized that it's not actually possible to hit this rail without the analog stick, and without being able to turn the slightest to adjust my body position, just even like a meter, I wasn't able to get past this first section of Skyscraper Scamper. And I got a game over for the second time in this challenge, so unfortunately, Skyscraper Scamper Day is impossible without the analog stick. But remember, our goal is to keep it under 3 or less levels that are impossible to do without the analog stick. Let's just move on to the next 2, although they're the hardest ones in the game. Let's get straight into Jungle Joyride Nadaba. Off the start at the home and attack, as there is no easy start for us here with momentum already being with our character. The 2D section was easy per usual, but I had a bit of a struggle here with being able to jump high enough, or to turn around to make this jump, but eventually I resorted to turning around, then running back, hitting the speed ramp, and jumping for these rings which brought us the full way through and clearing this area. Here I killed the enemies and tried landing this jump up. I didn't make the jump and died, but in the next lap I tried the shortcut and it worked really easily. And fun fact, you can't make it onto this rail here if you don't move forward, so I boosted. I M-speeded this section quickly, and drowned. Next life I just about made it past this rock, hitting the edge of it, and I thought I was a goner. But these buildings aren't solid, which really saved my life. I tried to maneuver to the where to go, successfully did that, but ran out of boost in the water. I made it after another life though, and sidestepped my way through to the next little island. Sidestepped my way to this spring pad and M-sped swiftly again here. But I was confused. I think I went so fast that I broke the game, and it turned me around without the chaser being after me. At last, I turned around once again and continued to the next section. I died at this bend not once, but twice. I made it to the end though and killed all the enemies waiting here. Now I was trying to get on this pad here to open the door, but couldn't. And these pads are a big progression killer, as we can't use the analog stick for precision to land on it. I tried to glitch through it, and that didn't work either, until I paused the game and, yes, I looked up glitches to get by this door. And after watching another Big Blue video, I knew that it was possible without the stomp pad. How? You may ask. Well, if we run along the water where it boosts, and Tommy jump right here before the end of the slope. Since there is physics here, unlike solid forces, we carry our momentum over and land over the door. Retake. This time we got it. Please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. Yes. We hit both the QTEs and went into here, which I didn't even know was a place after all these years. And another fun fact, you can wall jump off the side of this 2D area for some reason. So I used it to change direction and we zoomed through, past the spiky tunnel, hit more QTEs and even more QTEs. And at this area where I killed 2 enemies, I really struggled to turn around. But after a minute or so, we got through killing this enemy, and oh my, another stomp pad. This one took a few minutes of hustling and 1 death, but up we go, having problems with struggling to turn around and hit this perfect beetle bounce behind us. So I go back down, jump off this wall to change direction, and there we go. Now I hit this rail, hit this spring pad, and no joke, couldn't do anything. Without the analog stick, I was locked into this position, unable to do anything but home and attack or boost. I boosted away to be able to do this part all over again, which didn't take long, and then on the rail back I tried to jump off it, in hopes of being able to jump onto the mountain which we had to get up. So unfortunately, Jungle Joyride Day is impossible to complete without analog sticks. And yes, I am sorry guys. Now for this one, I'd use the Eggman Land Day Only mod, so that this challenge is truly only day stages. Now without further ado, let's see if we meet our challenge goal or not. Eggman Land. To start off with, I admired the difficulty we were about to get into. This took me a good few minutes to get by this area. It was these robots, as I could barely dodge the missiles heading straight towards me, so I had to tank the hits, but we do get by this after 7 lives later. It's been so long since I've played Eggman Land, so I dotted this area forgetting I had to jump. The next life I remembered. Got to the end of this rail, killed this enemy and followed the speed pad. 3 QTEs later we are in the first 2D section. great. I tanked a hit here and tanked in order to be able to use my invincibility frames to be able to get on this wall, jump across and get by the field end here. I tried the same thing again, but died. This time though, I made it to this section and was patient enough to get up here. Never mind. After another 20 seconds though, I got up here, slid down into this box, grabbing the extra life, which should be very good as it gave me infinite lives to complete this area, as long as I don't die to the spikes before grabbing it, which I surprisingly didn't do. Another section. I feared the dream would end because I couldn't control it at all, but I was persistent trying because I had infinite lives to keep on allowing me to try and try and try again until I succeed. This section was mostly RNG, and I made it soon enough surprisingly, but I absolutely threw the chance away by sidestepping away from the ramp. How smart of me. All this wiggling around was scaring me, but we got up here again and this time ran into the ramp. I completed the QTE and off I went to another 2D section, but I had to take the lower part this time, and after a minute of working out how we get up there, I turned it to the T, bringing me up to this reverse escalator. Now this escalator part should be easy. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Ace this escalator, another successful QTE later, and I'm at the second platforming section, which is a bit hard because I couldn't see far ahead and just had to boost and home and attack onwards, but I did it in one life. Boosted into the ring and changed directions up here to boost perfectly into the path that I need to go, but I failed this QTE. Now this part kinda had me thinking the run was over, but when I boosted the start of the glide I could change my starting position of the dive, so I did that. Damage boosted my way past it after a few lives. I had to change my direction here and did a simple wall jump, attempted a risky home and attack here, but got away with it and collected life. Side steps till I could grab the ring trail with a light speed dash, and when I got in here, felt so happy to hear the sound of the gold ring. I sidestepped the camera shift to adjust my body position and home and attack the gold ring. And with this, the challenge is over. Now on to the results of this challenge. The results are 6 out of 10 of these daytime stages are doable without the analog stick and Sonic Unleashed. And that's just according to me. You can try this for yourselves if you want, guys. But with the doable ones being Windmill Oil Act 1 and Act 2, Savannah Citadel Act 1, Rooftop Run Act 1, Arid Sands Act 1 and Eggman Land Act 1. And with the undoable ones being Cool Edge Act 1, Dragon Road Act 1, Skyscraper Scamper Act 1 and Jungle Joyride Act 1. So I failed 4 stages. Sorry to disappoint, guys, but thank you all for watching. May God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.